Hey Libras, let's go ahead and see what's coming up for you guys in the month of September. So make sure you share the video, like, comment, do what you can to show your appreciation for my time and energy. Let's see what's coming up for Libra in the month of September. We start off with the Magician. Okay, so we're already starting off with you manifesting shit. Libra, month of September. What's coming up for Libra? Page of Pentacles, Strength card. Let's see what's happening for you guys. Libra, month of September. Wow, okay. Queen of Wands. Libra. King of Cups. Wow. Wow. Oh dear. We already we've got 3 court cards already. Let's see. September. Month of September for Libra. Okay. We get the 6 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. And the Judgment card. Interesting. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 2 of Wands. Okay, so a clear choice, right? Oh dear. I'm always like, fuck. When it comes to Libra and making choices, let's just be honest. We hate that shit, right? We hate having to choose between 2 people. We hate having to decide between 2 things, especially if we see them as equally great, right? So let's look at additional advice, okay? Let's find additional advice for Libra. The spider. Additional advice for, oh, the spider again? Well, this is the tarantula, but still. You know, I don't appreciate that oracle deck because I don't even like spiders, and what the fuck? The fox? Okay, I like the fox. One more for advice for Libra, or 2 more. Fuck it. We get the raccoon and the tiger. Overall energy, wow. Wow. The elk. Okay. So, Libra, I don't know if you are, I don't even know where to start. I don't know if you are even aware of these options you've got, but you will be. With the 2 of Wands, the choice is coming quickly, okay? This is not something that you're going to be able to avoid for too long. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the reading. We start off with the Magician. You manifested this. I just want to tell you that. In case you're upset that now you have to make a decision, you manifested this. All right? You manifested this situation. Page of Pentacles. I do think that maybe you might have been a little focused on the physical aspect of people. Now, I'm not going to call you superficial, Libra. But I do think there might have been a little bit of superficiality there because you're focused on the outside. You're focused on things that are more physical in nature. But the Strength card is here. So you might, we have 2 cards here that indicate fire energy. Like it may be a Leo or someone that has Leo-like energy that you are, forgive this, they got kind of stuck the other day. Anyways, it may have Leo-like energy, the person you're dealing with. In the center, because I think this is you, because there's 2 queens here, right? These are the 2 options. Whether you're male or female, you're showing up as the King of Cups. You're showing up as someone who's very in control of their emotions, soft, compassionate, but a leader still in their own right. So you have someone who's very fiery in nature and someone who is very... They match you, but they're very sweet, soft, romantic. They're of the same energy that you are. But only one of these people will be the person you choose. 6 of Cups, along with the fox. This is partnership, right? Only one of these people will give you long term. Only one of these people will be the people that you start forming a family with. The decision is upon you, Libra. No, I'm just kidding. With the Judgment card, I do think that this is, this may be something that you've reconsidered already. It could be someone that you've already thought the situation was over. You could have thought the situation is just not going to work out, whatever. And then all of a sudden, now it's happening. So let's see. Let's clarify, okay? I want to talk about the advice cards a little bit. So we're getting the Elk card here. So I do want to mention this also came out for Virgo. So if you have Virgo, go watch that reading. This Oracle card also came out for Virgo. It's about being in your masculine energy, being the protector, being the guide, being the provider, even possibly. But then we also get the Tarantula, which is an energy of like waiting. Like don't act hastily is what it's trying to say. Observe, listen, and then move. And it's interesting that we got two spiders, because although the tarantula is a different type of spider than this one, it's still an energy of stillness. So I do think that the advice for the first part of the month, because of how it's split, for the first part of the month, it's suggesting just wait. Don't make any move. The spider is also energy of like, use your energy in building you. Use your energy in building what you want. If you have a business, a career, if you have a job, projects, whatever it is you're working on, that's where you need to use your energy. Meanwhile, like it's a double-edged sword, right? On one hand, you're building for you, and on the other hand, you're listening. You're being still when it comes to the romantic attachment before you make a choice. Because there may be something that is happening with the Two of Wands here that is making you think like you need to make a choice quickly. And the advice is no. For the first half of the month at least, don't move quickly. There is the fox here, which I love. The fox in this particular deck speaks of the ideal partner. So I don't know if this is you or if this is the person you're drawn to, but the fox is somebody who is witty, intelligent, loving, affectionate. They will never have a dull moment, right? Which is what makes them such a great partner for whoever chooses them. So I'm not sure if this is you or this is the person you're into. We'll see. With the raccoon, I do think that some of this advice has to do with how you're building, because the raccoon and the spider both came out in the same row. The spider is about building your empire, building what you want to accomplish, either professionally or in your career, right? So this could be your business, or this could be in your workplace. The raccoon is, the advice is don't hide your talents. The raccoon is somebody who has a lot of talents. They have a lot of strengths, a lot of skills, but they're shy. They believe that, they shouldn't show people because it's scary. It's scary to show how qualified you are for something, because then responsibility will come. And the last card that came out along with the raccoon was do not fear feminine energy. Do not fear your feminine power. So it's interesting that this contrast comes out, because maybe you're so focused on the masculine, right? Which is why I said, if you have Virgo energy, go watch the Virgo, because this literally came out in this position for Virgo, and this one came out over here too. You may be so focused on the masculine, on like, okay, I need to know long term, I need to be assertive, I need to be in control. But the feminine energy is also being overlooked because you're so focused on the masculine. So it's saying, don't be afraid of your feminine energy. Go out, observe the moon. Look at your chart. If you are moon dominant, maybe you need to connect with the moon a little bit more. Connect with your emotions. Connect with your intuition. Connect with your sexual energy. Okay? Do not fear it. Now let's go ahead, and I'm going to be using the Tarot of Marseille to clarify. Let me give it a shuffle real quick. Let's start with this Two of Wands. Clarify Two of Wands for Libra. Okay, we get the Fool card, Six of Swords, Clarify. Two of Wands. Wow. Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Oh, with the Three of Cups. You know what, Libra? A whole new scenario just opened up for me right now. Wow. Okay. For some of you, and I just have to clarify this because this just came to me. For some of you, this Three of Cups is because you are attracted to two different people, but I feel like you could be the Queen of Wands and you're attracted to both a male and a female. For those of you who are bi or pan or poly. Now, obviously, this is not going to apply to everyone. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay? Because it could be that the difficulty in choice, the decision that's happening here between three people or between this scenario of three is because you're showing up as a Queen of Wands that's attracting both a water male and a water female. And for those of you where this is not a bi situation or a poly situation, it could be that you are attracting somebody that has both the masculine and feminine water traits, okay? If that makes sense. So, going back to the Two of Wands. We've got the Fool card, Six of Swords, Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, and Eight of Cups. I do think that this choice, this Three of Cups energy, is coming out of a place of this, like I said. What's going on? You are the Queen of Wands here. You're showing up as very attractive, very sexually in your power, very confident, very confident. I do think that you have gotten to the point where you're taking a leap of faith and you've overcome a lot of the things that used to be obstacles, used to be challenges, used to be hang-ups that you had, maybe emotionally, maybe socially, whatever it is that used to be an obstacle for you, you've overcome. Six of Wands, though, you're very public about it. You are not, you're showing up as a Queen of Wands. You're not somebody who's going to hide that. You're not somebody who's ashamed of it anymore. So you're like, well, let's talk about it. Why is this a thing? Why socially does this matter? Why do we judge people by this or by that? You're being very vocal and very public about this, which with the Eight of Cups makes you decide, do you want to stay in this belief that you've had, or do you want to move forward? Eight of Cups is like you deciding you want to go your own way. You don't want to do the same thing that everybody is doing. You don't want to live the way everybody's living. Now, this doesn't just manifest in poly or open relationships. This could be you deciding you want to start your own business, and maybe it's spiritually oriented and that's not what society has ever taught you to do. Or maybe you're about to drop out of school, and again, that's not something society would ever encourage. So there's something about your decision-making process that is telling you that you're going down a route that would normally not be acceptable, but you're trusting. Other people may call you a fool, but you're trusting that this would work. You're trusting that this would be the right connection or the right decision for you. I do think though that for some of you, there's a triad or V going on. Just so you know, a throuple. Let's start with the Magician, okay? Clarify the Magician. We get the King of Wands. We get the Ten of Swords, the Moon card, and the Eight of Wands with the Star card. So let's start with the Star card, okay? I do think that you're at this place where you're really healing a lot of the past conceptions you had, a lot of the things that were holding you back as a person, wounds, trauma, stress, anxiety. You're getting rid of all that. You're becoming a lot more naturally you, which is why it shows her being naked, right? It's bare. You're being very bare, vulnerable, raw in how you express yourself. With the Magician, I do think you're getting a much better handle on how to manifest and how to bring things into reality. Now look at this. Here you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. And now you're showing up as the King of Wands. So you've got both the masculine and the feminine when it comes to fire. I do think this plays out two different ways. So not only does this apply, but I do think as well that there might have been a partner who was fiery in nature, and that might have ended. You might have manifested that ending. Or you were, for those of you where that's not applicable, and it's the masculine feminine thing, you might have been so focused on being the masculine fire energy that now this month especially you're canceling that out. You're stepping into the feminine fire energy. Okay. But I do think a lot of it has to do with moving past a lot of fears, traumas, situations that, resided in your subconscious and directed your behavior. And now with the Eight of Wands, picture yourself like being a part of this, being settled in this slingshot, right? You felt like you were being held back. And it was all these things that needed to be worked on. And now with the Eight of Wands, you shoot forward because you finally released everything that was holding you back. You finally released everything that was possibly detrimental to your growth. Now, let's look at this Page of Pentacles. Let's see what it is that's so, hold on, I forgot to mention the tarantula. So that could be where the tarantula is sitting there, like you're in this state of, it seems like there's not a lot of activity, but it's not that there's not a lot of activity. You're absorbing. You're taking in what your senses are telling you. You're taking in, you're processing something internally, which is perfectly fine, right? So even if other people interpret that as no activity, that's not their business. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles. The Lovers, the Magician, Three of Swords, King of Cups. Wow. Okay. So this feels more, this is a double-edged sword in the sense that I feel like this King of Cups that has shown up is somebody that you're very physically drawn to, somebody that you have felt a deep connection with, but they also make you feel like you're still learning, like you're still a baby. And I think that has kind of hurt you. That's got you in this place of like, well, as much as I appreciate this connection, I want to manifest something different. Which again is connected to this spider tarantula energy, right? You're kind of in a state of waiting. Maybe waiting to see if this person adjusts their point of view of you. Or maybe waiting to see if this person is actually one of the people you're supposed to be connecting with. This person could have broken your heart because we got the Three of Swords, right? They could be hurting you, and they could be the one that is dabbling in two different options even. Let's clarify the Strength card. Let's see what that's about. Clarify the Strength card. I love it when tarot does that. Like, bitch, I said what I said. Strength clarified by strength. Okay. Clarify Strength card. Nine of Swords. And the Hermit. With the Emperor. Okay, so here we go again, back into masculine energy. So I think that the issue here is with the Strength card, this is the Empress, okay? Not a lot of people are even aware of that. The Empress is the one that shows so much love to this beast that she overpowers it through sheer love, sheer tenderness and softness. She dominates this beast. The thing about that is that this also represents, because it came out twice, it also represents taming your inner beast. There's something you're holding back. There's something that you think cannot be shown, cannot be expressed right now, which I think is why the raccoon and the tiger came out. Because I think what you're repressing is your feminine energy, your creativity. With the Nine of Swords, that's sending you into a strong state of anxiety and stress, even isolation. Because this is not your usual state. You're usually very feminine. You're usually very much in touch with your emotions and your intuition and your creation. And right now, you're doing the Strength card thing, but you're holding that in. You're going into masculine mode. Because I think that you're trying to protect yourself from something. You think that this person that has hurt you because you've been soft, has hurt you because you've been vulnerable. And so now you're like, well, I'm just not going to be vulnerable anymore. I'm not going to be soft because people just take advantage of that. So now you're showing up as Queen of Wands. Now you're like, fuck softness. I'm going into man-eater mode. Oh, Lord. Or woman-eater. Let's clarify Queen of Wands. Let's see, what's Libra up to? Clarify Queen of Wands. Temperance. Ace of Cups. And Judgment. Clarified by the Devil. So, I do think that you're realizing that this is not healthy. The repression of your feminine energy is never a good idea. And so you may start thinking, okay, all right. I need to forgive myself. I need to make peace and heal from this heartbreak. With the Judgment card, I do think that you start calling it forth again. You start pulling up this feminine energy that you've been repressing. Because what's fascinating to me is the Strength card shows a woman holding back a lion, right? And then the feminine energy here is presented as a tiger. So this wild, savage, feminine energy that you've been holding back, you start learning how to temper it with the masculine to where both can live within you and they don't have to battle it out. You start bringing it back to life. Because I think that you realize that when you focus too much on the feminine, you can get really toxic. And when you focus too much on the masculine, it comes out as toxic as well in a different way, but it's still going to come out that way. So you're kind of like, you realize that you don't want other people's influence in your life to control how you're expressing your energy. You want to be the fox. You want to be the great partner for whoever it is that you end up with, and you can't do that if you're in toxic energy. Let's look at this King of Cups. Clarify King of Cups. Who is this and what are they doing here? Clarify King of Cups. Four of Pentacles. The Tower. Ace of Pentacles. With the Star card. Okay. So I feel like this king, this could be someone who either has a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or they're just somebody who's very emotionally aware, right? Now, they can be emotionally aware and still be Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is like a Mars and Capricorn energy. They're driven by Saturn. They're driven by structure, stability. They can be a little harsh when they speak. They can be very direct and calculating. And I think that this person, by being in this Four of Pentacles energy, that's what broke your heart. You were expecting more softness. You were expecting more tenderness. However, we've got the Tower. I think with the Star energy here, you being your most authentic self and when you stop trying to control the way you react to other people and you're just focused on yourself and what you're doing the spider thing, right? This is bringing a lot of healing energy, not just to you, but to this person as well. With the Tower, it's like something inside of them just breaks. This is like a shield. The Four of Pentacles is somebody that is incredibly protective of self. And with the Tower, that is just going to erupt. They start seeing the potential between you and them. They start seeing the connection between you and them. But remember, the aces, they're just potential. That's all they are. I do want to mention that we have 5 pentacles here overall. When this person was protecting themselves from you, blocking you off, it was coming out of a place of not feeling good enough, feeling inferior to you in some way. It could be that they saw you as somebody really distant, somebody that was like a star, too far away for them to touch, too good for them. And so they reacted in the self-protective mode, right? Which hurt you, but the more you get over this, the more that they move past it as well. Let's look at this Queen of Cups, because I don't know if this is you or somebody else. Let's look at this Queen of Cups. We get the World card, Queen of Swords, wow, 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Cups here. I do think that this is a different person. Could be a different person. We have 3 queens on the table now. We've got the Queen of Wands twice, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups. So if this is you, you're shifting between these energies, right? And if this is not you, this is somebody who has air and water in their chart. So if this is somebody new, this could be a person of the same sex, because both are showing up as queens. If this is another partner, it doesn't have to be same sex. It could just be somebody that you are getting to know, somebody that you are, has approached you with romantic intent. But I do think this person is a lot more structured, right? They're showing up as the World card, Saturn. They're willing to take on the responsibility. They're very serious. They're very classy. They're very directed towards like, well, this is what I want, and this is where I'm going to get this. And this is how I'm going to get this. With the 5 of Swords, though, there could be some drama. I'm just being honest, Libra. There could be some drama because now they feel like they have to protect their connection with you. They may start interpreting the fact that if you are interested, like let's say that this is a same-sex connection, right? This is 2 women. Doesn't have to be. Let's say it is. If they find out that you're also interested in this man, they may start feeling very defensive, and they may even start saying things that are not very pleasant because they feel like they have to defend their connection with you. So they get very defensive. It hurts them, right? It hurts them that you would look at another option. So they may see you as somebody who's a playboy, a playgirl, when in reality, that's not the truth, right? This is something that they are projecting, they're burdening themselves with. So you may have to have an actual conversation because there are 6 swords here overall. That can be moved past. Although it feels hurtful, the things that they say, as long as you clarify that this burden is not, what they're thinking is not what's actually happening. You're not trying to play with them. You actually see them seriously, but you see this other person seriously too. So you're going to have conversations with them. You're going to have to get open about what it is that they're thinking, how it is that they're feeling. Now let's look at the next card we've got here, the 6 of Cups. Because 6 of Cups is a very indicative of a deep bond. 8 of Cups. The Emperor. And the Star card. With the Death card. Okay. So I do think with the 6 of Cups and the Death card, something is about to shift in a very big way for you, Libra. Especially when it comes to relationships. And when it comes to how you're relating to other people. I do think that this could be someone that you've already been with in the past, or somebody that when you meet them, either one of these people, they feel like somebody you've known for several lives, okay? You just feel this incredibly strong attachment to them. But with the Eight of Cups, I do think that it's like you're taking charge of your destiny. You're working towards what you've always wanted. Some sort of wish is being granted to you. But it has to do with, this is the Seven of Cups, so it's like having to either pick between several options, or maybe you have several love interests approaching, and you're going to have to decide which one you want to move forward with. Let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So I think a big part of what's going to help your decision-making process with the Eight of Pentacles is you have to decide which one of these people could I see myself with every day. Because there's a lot more to connections than just romantic attraction, right? There's a lot more to connections than just sexual attraction. You have to spend time with this person a lot. Eight of Pentacles is your daily routine. Who can you see yourself cooking in the kitchen with, or cleaning up, or raising children, or going to the store with, or, all those day-to-day activities that you do? Who do you see yourself doing these things with? With the Ten of Pentacles being clarified by the Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the King of Swords, you may have to drop into this really almost cold and detached energy to be able to make the right decision. But you have to do it from a moment of peace, right? So almost the spider energy here. Get into a very calm state and really think about, who can I see myself building long term? Who can I see myself starting a family with, being very stable, spending, our time together daily? Who would I be able to do that with without feeling like I'm sacrificing or they're sacrificing? And this, I will say this feminine energy is showing up as Queen of Swords to your king. So, in a way, I think that you're aware of who the better option is already. Let's look at the Judgment card. Clarify a Judgment card. Okay, we got the Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Page of Wands with the Four of Wands. So this is where the raccoon and the tiger come in. Okay, so the advice is, don't be afraid maybe to express what you really want. Don't be afraid to express what you're actually sexually attracted to, what feels good. Don't be afraid to express it. Don't be afraid to show it. With the Four of Wands, I do think you're making a decision on who you are going to live with, because the Four of Wands is a home, or who you want to build a home with. But Judgment makes me think that you're either bringing something back to life, or this is a past life connection. One of the two. You feel called to a certain situation. Now, Five of Wands also means that there's some sort of battle, because King of Pentacles is somebody who is very much like the elk. The elk is masculine, taking care of the people that are his family, being very protective, being very financially stable. So there's some sort of battle. It could be that the person that you're interested in wants to be the provider for you, or you want to be the provider for them. There's some sort of battle there happening. But I do think ultimately with the Ace of Swords, you will resolve it. You will, with the Page of Wands, you're going to be like, okay, well, this is how I feel and this is what I want. And I do think you're going to get a lot more in touch with expressing your needs and your preferences, which will take you a long way, Libra. It really will. I don't even know how to end the reading. I just know that you've got a difficult decision ahead of you. That much I do know. And at the end of the day, I mean, decisions are not your forte. Actually, they are. You just have to weigh out the pros and cons. So you've got to step into that Libra energy where you weigh out the pros and cons. What do you want? How is this best going to work for you? Okay? So I'm going to end the reading here. Let me know what you guys decide, because I kind of want to know how this all went down, okay? And I will see you guys next month. Make sure you comment, share, react, do what you can to help me out with the algorithm, okay? Love you guys. Bye.